We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder, and you wouldn't believe the kind of apps that people are creating. Smart nutrition apps, inventory trackers, onboarding tools, you name it. And if the only thing stopping me from making the app is the idea, then why not build an app that gives me endless app ideas? So let's make it. Pro tip, I draft the full app spec in ChatGPT, and then I drop the prompt directly into Base 44. It gives me super detailed structure. And here it is. Everything I laid out in detail as it goes. This is pretty awesome, but I want to make it playful. So I'm going to add a swipe left and swipe right interface. The same usability we all know. Now I'm going to add one more feature. So every idea that I favorite will turn into a kickoff prompt to start building the app itself. And that's it. Just come up with your idea, any idea, and Base 44 will do the rest. So go to Base 44 and create apps with your name on it.
EVE Online is a vast universe, alive with the unrelenting activity and combined history of its players. Pursuing lives of adventure, warfare, and prosperity, they share this existence in the biggest single shard, free-to-play MMO of all time. Set 21,000 years in the future, EVE takes place in a distant cluster of over 7,000 star systems known as New Eden. It is a rich and diverse universe featuring densely populated havens of relative safety governed by 4 great empires. Hostile systems where player alliances make the rules. Even regions of anomalous and unexplored space that hold their own secrets. You play as a capsuleer, a revered breed of highly trained pilot, having achieved immortality through the use of cloning technology. You navigate the universe encased in an armored capsule deep within your ship, where you have complete neural control and function as one. There are hundreds of ships to fly in EVE. Everything from small, nimble craft and versatile mid-range vessels to formidable warships and colossal freighters. Each has advantages and suited roles.
Potential buyers here. There we go. We're taking pre-market lows, just as we expected. Sellers are really stepping in here, huh? Very aggressive move down there, spiking volume. Buyers are not in interest yet buying this low here. I'm seeing there's a very strong spike in volume here as the selling continues. But also the selling candles are looking very strong. Right, these candlesticks are looking very strong, not long wick rejections, right? Just very strong closing candles, especially the last two. Notice we broke below this channel here, which is usually a very strong sign that there's likely to be more continuation to the downside. This idea might not happen, so I'm gonna go ahead and erase this. I would not be selling this unless there's some sort of pullback. The reason I'm saying that is because it's the obvious thing to do here. The market's selling off, so everybody would think, all right, let's short it. I usually like to do some kind of pullback and retest. Usually this break of support right here, we had a small support that was broken right here, minor support. That was pullback. It was pulled back and retested right here, breakout pullback. And so I would have taken shorts maybe up of there or after this break and retest of the support here. But down here is a bad spot to sell because you're getting in too low, right? And what happens is with selling too low is that the market likes to move in waves. And if you sell too low, then you could end up risking a lot of money on a trade like this. So I'd rather try to find that pullback point and look to short it then. At least that's my preferred way to get in, you know. let's take a look at where that trend line is. Let's see where's the support reads right here, this green line. So we might see some buyers stepping in here. Or we could perhaps take out the London session lows. Might take out this low over here, so the overnight low. But this could very easily snap right back. Right, so be on the lookout for the traps. Right, I like to keep more tabs on the attempts where the market failed, because there's always potential to make money when the market fails to make a move. Like right now, you see it failed to go lower here because we hit a support. So whenever there's a failure in the charts, and a failure to make an attempt, like we failed to make a higher high here. That's why I put fake out there, manipulation, right? So whenever you see a fake move, it's usually a very strong move coming afterwards. So now we got some buyers, strong buyers down here at the low. About fill that gap there on the Qs. See SPY. SPY already filled it. So we see with a strong bearish candle here, and then market decides to throw a strong buying candle right after. So what that does, it baits you to go short and then squeezes you out. Now if this one's a strong selling candle here, this I would take as a short, as a potential short. Of course, we already filled the gap, so it's not a very high quality trade, but it still could be a potential trade for a scalp to take out this low. So maybe we'll take out this low here. All right, this is the trap right here. So kind of broke out of this downtrend right here. We're pulling back, probably recruiting a little bit more sellers. We could see another push down before we get push higher. This sell right here though, as it's pushing up, you got to be really careful. Because it's looking like too strong of a pullback here, you know. We saw that spike in volume as we got that break below support, and then now notice how volume's dying out. Notice how we got another spike in volume here as this you could call it a bear flag if you like, but we got a spike in volume as this fake out candle kind of showed up here. So this hammer candle, so yeah, we got kind of like that, you know, spike in volume here as it started to break out, but now it's kind of pulling back. If we break above and break and close above this previous high here, then we may not see a pullback here. This could just end up ripping all the way back to the morning highs. So this is the key when you're breaking down price action. You got to know when to shift from a buyer to a seller, from a seller to a buyer, because these changes can happen very fast. Now we got a strong selling candle here. So now this could be a short opportunity for a quick scalp to take out the morning lows. Is about a 1 to 1, maybe a 1 to 1.5. Yeah, I would say I would do a 1 to 1 here, but you could get a potential push down here, take out this previous low, and then we could see that market reverse. But I would only enter the market on strong candles. So if I'm looking to sell, I need to see strong selling candles. If I'm looking to buy, I need to see strong buying candles. So right now we got this hammer, so that's a strong selling candle. We got a spike in volume right here. Volume's starting to spike up a little bit now, as it's giving us another selling candle here as well. We got 4 selling candles in a row. We're hitting this minor support here, so we might see a slight pullback, but then this should continue lower and take out this low here. Like I said, this would just be a little scalp because, right, we already had a pretty drastic move down. We got very strong buyers on this pullback here. So I typically don't like to sell when I see strong buyers. I like to see a weak pullback like here. Like you see this little pullback here was very weak. So I will sell this pullback. This pullback is so-so. You can scalp it. I would definitely take a scalp here. Take out this low. As soon as it takes out that low, if you want, move your stop to break even here, and then leave it running. And leave it running. That's up to you. Or you could close it out as we're getting close to this low right here. You can close your entire trade. You can leave them all running. You can do whatever you like. You know, there's no right or wrong here. For me personally, I would take profit down here, and I'll probably close my trade for this 1-to-1. Boom, we smashed it. Pretty easy trade there. Okay, so now we're about to see a couple things. We could range here for a bit, right? We could range here for a bit. You could get faked out thinking it's going lower and they could snap back up here. And then, you know, this would be one of the traps I would watch out for. Okay, so now it's breaking out, but we're not really getting a spike in volume strong enough to really, you know, to make it real convincing here. It's starting to spike up a little bit more. Can we get it a spike above this previous volume bar though? If we could get it to these highs, then I think we're definitely going down. Very strong closing candle here, showing continuation. Very strong. Very strong follow through there. Nice. So, like I said here, I would take my 1-to-1, then I will move my stop to break even. Now you have a risk-free trade on your runner, and then you can just trail it. So that would have been a great idea. Take that short there. Wow, there it is. Boom, now we get that spike. So you see that spike in volume now? You get a very strong spike now. Now this is really good. If you're still on shorts from this point, from when we broke this flag, then you'd be really looking really good right now, because now it looks like instead of reversing on you, it might pull back and then continue lower, continue this downtrend, rather than range and then start to reverse. Alright, we got 10 more minutes here until we close the live. So far we called out one trade. You know, I did see this potential trade here as well for the pre-market lows here taken out. That's a very bold kind of trade, because you can't wait for too much confirmation, because right, the more you wait to get in on those shorts, you know, the more potential risk you take. So you kind of have to jump in. You know, sometimes you gotta just leap. You can't think too much there. But there were clear candles, right? These clear candles, this long wick candle right here is telling us, right, weak buyers. This second candle here, also weak buyers, as price is looking to break back above these previous areas of resistance. And then we're getting strong selling candles. We got an engulfing bearish candle here, and then we got this hammer candles as well here and here, kind of continuing to confirm that there are very strong sellers currently in the market, looking to bring price lower. Right, we had this channel we broke below of, which is, like I said, right below channel equals a very strong selling sign, or a very strong amount of sellers in the market, that now price is breaking out of this channel, right? And it's not respecting staying within it. It's deciding that, okay, this just the balance between buyers and sellers is off, right? So sellers are definitely dumping the market down. Buyers are here, kind of, you know, maybe taking profits. Pull back, we get a flag, and we get a spike. As we get this pullback, we get volume dying out, and then we break out this flag, we get a spike in volume again, and then we got a hammer candle here as well, kind of signaling the entry, pushing price lower. Now we get that breakout fake out is what it looks like, right? Because we should stay below this support if price is going lower. You do not want to see this price trade back up over here. At least if you're on shorts, right? If you're on shorts, you do not want to see it retrace too much or too strong. Like this one, this candle right here is way too strong. So if you're on sells, I would just close your sell positions, and you know, be careful, because these days the market has been very bullish. We keep breaking into new highs, and you know, sometimes you get these reversals out of nowhere, right? The market looks very bearish, it's selling off, and all of a sudden it shifts, it starts to go up. So you just have to learn to bob and weave, right? Let's clean this chart up a little bit here, and let's see if we can catch one more move before the end of the day. Okay, this could be a possible trade, reversal trade. You will be going against the trend, so will be very, very, very high risk. But if we get a strong buying reaction over here, you could potentially take a buy to these to this resistance level right here. But we'll have to see some kind of long wick rejection. So you can see the sellers are very strong here, right? But what happens if this candle doesn't close the way it looks right now, right? Let's say by the time it closes, it has a very long wick at the bottom. Then it's letting you know that this price is probably not going to continue lower, and it's looking to reverse. So it just depends on what it looks like when you make the decision to step in. Okay. Notice we got a very strong selling candle, another spike in volume here. If you look at the past 5 bars, all right, this one's very obviously strong or higher than volume than the previous ones. So this could mean that we could potentially drop to this next support. So you could take a short here, okay, and do a 1-to-1, and then move your risk to break even. Maybe move your stop to break even, and then let the trade run. would want to see price stay below this previous area of support. We want to see resistance here. So price should not come back to this high here if it's going to go lower. We got a small flag forming here. If you want to here, you can move your stop to that previous high. Sign up your risk there. This protects you, right? Protects the profits from the first trade. You can do 1 to 1, 1 to 2 here. Yeah, buddy. We got some follow-up, some good follow-through. Sorry about that. So follow-through candle. Very good follow-through candle here. We got some healthy-looking candles, which, you know, it's giving us a sign that this could be almost a guaranteed move to the downside. Breaking support. Getting a spike in volume here. Oh no, don't reverse here. Let's go ahead and take this out. Bring this out too. You know, I like to keep a clean chart. Don't have too much stuff on it. You know, throw a couple lines on there. You could move your stop to break even here if you like, just to protect your money. You know, and it's up to you. If you want to let it play out, you can let it play out too. Just all personal preference. You know, go with what you feel like is best for you. Sometimes I tend to hold trades a little bit longer than most people. You know, I'm not afraid to lose, but you know, I like to keep a good balance on when I, you know, like to risk a little more. Right? I have to see the probabilities that are playing out in my favor. And so far, this is looking pretty good, you know. So sellers are definitely dominating here. I would definitely not want to be buying this market. I want to be looking for short opportunities. It's starting to go. It's when I'll usually start to move my stop to break even. Now we're just chilling, man. Just gotta wait, let it play out. Be patient. Gotta be patient.
Time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Easy, Limu. That's a rental.
Bam, we smashed TP. Let's go. Let's smash the TP. Let's go, baby. Easy trade. Now, this could be an opportunity for you to leave it run if you want to. You can leave it running and close it at this next area of support. Or you can close it there for the day and be done. It's 10:37. I'm going to close it and I'm going to be done there for the day. Because typically I like to make my money and be out, you know. Trading for too long of a period is never any good. You end up giving back profits. But it's up to you. You do what you like. Have your fun trading. Or keep it professional. Scalp and get your money and be done. And that's it, man. Move on with your day. You know, something I teach my students is not to overtrade. Right? Get your money quick and be done. Wrap up your day and then, you know, figure something else to do during your day. And that's it. All right. So y'all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining us this Friday. And yeah, we'll keep it coming, man. I'll be more consistent with the lives come next week. We'll be back Monday through Friday. And yeah, we're gonna lock in, man. We're gonna be out here trying to, you know, break down these charts for you guys, so you guys could get, you know, maybe pick up some gems from the experience I've had throughout my years. And that's it, man. Just trying to share the wealth, share some tips, and, you know, trying to create a community of traders that help each other. And that's it, man. Just trying to help others. I know how tough it is to learn to trade and not know what a candlestick is. And I encourage you to not only, you know, have a plan when you trade. It's very, very important. But also limit your risk to the market. Right? Don't over trade. That's telling you right now. In the long run, it's gonna hurt you. Thank you all for joining. Glad you had a great time here. If you did, you showed up. If you traded with me, thank you for being here. And have a good one. All right. Peace.